Sainers, I'm still shaking. I cannot believe what just took place at Marvel Stadium today. 46 points down at three-quarter time against Melbourne. And we won. We won. We won the game. This isn't supposed to happen to St Kilda. What we just did there, something special, something that is extraordinary, something that no one thought possible, that hadn't been done before in the entirety of VFL, AFL football. And my club did that today. My club did that today.
They sure fucking did, mate. That was your club, Jake.
All right.
God damn.
I never thought watching myself would make me so emotional. Jeez.
That was elite.
And now show the clip of Naz on fucking Ross Lyon's shoulders, having a bit of a dance. That was so good. That was so good.
Wow. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Footy Abroad show here on the Naziah Wanganeen-Milera Abroad channel.
Yeah, boy.
Yep. We are here. Tuesday, the 29th of July, 2025. Really, this is just Deflection FC. This is all about St Kilda. Naziah Wangan-Milera. Oh, dear.
100%. What a bloody good, mate. Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Not as good as Jake, obviously, but pretty good.
Jake, I reckon you just kick us off, mate. You just give us a window into the last 48 hours. You said something really profound in that review when you said this isn't meant to happen to us. We usually like get close but not close enough.
It's always what ifs, maybes. You know.
I felt that. What was that about?
It's just a, I don't know. It just washes over you. You see these things before. You see great marks, and then you see near misses. You know, the Goddard mark comes to mind. You know, great moments in a bittersweet, in a bittersweet moment at the same time. I didn't think we'd win it until Naz got that ball and took that kick. I still can't describe it. I thought it would be an honourable loss. I think every St Kilda supporter in that stadium thought, great, we're pulling out all the stops last minute because the game's, you know, it's done. We're just playing catch-up football. We'll get within a goal and I'll do a review. I was prepped. I had the post ready. I thought I'm going to do an honourable loss review and everyone's going to hate me for it. And everyone's going to be like saying, why didn't we play like that at the start? But we finished it off. We actually did something that, I never thought I'd ever see live. You know, on the telly it would have been great to watch it, but to actually be there and experience it is next level. You know, absolutely next level. Something. Yes, I'll definitely take that to the grave. That's for sure.
Do you just is this dumb? This might be a dumb question. Does the first three quarters just forgiven instantly? Doesn't matter.
Maybe not for the players, or maybe for the players. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't thought about that for the rest of the game. Like the fact that it's all about 46 points and we bridged the gap and we won, but no one's talking about what got us 46 points down. It's what got us the win from that margin. It's on the flip side, which I think a win like this, it needs to be seen in that light. You know, I could have done the review and looked at the first three quarters and been critical, but that's not the time nor the place for that sort of performance. It's too special and you've just got to enjoy it because it may never happen again, that type of win. I preferably would want to flog them from the start and not have to worry about that at the last minute. But it's not even the fact that we overturned it, but it was the way that it happened. Like the last 90 seconds in particular, even from a neutral point of view, would have been absurd football to watch.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine when he took that mark, I mean, there's so many moments, but the mark, I had no idea what was going on. It took me.
Neither did the Melbourne players either.
They were as shocked as the Saints fans in the stands, to be honest. But it happened. It actually happened. And I'm not going to lie, I've watched that last quarter in full probably 12 times since Sunday.
Yeah.
Since Sunday. Eating lunch, whatever, warming up something, having a coffee in the morning before I start work, I'm watching it. It doesn't get any less incredible when I watch it. And I don't think it will, honestly.
And that's the beauty of football, right? Like you see these moments all the time in like it's usually like the soccer, you're sort of seeing these come from behind moments. Like obviously my mind goes straight back to Aguero. So like you always see these moments, but to do to do that in the last quarter and just to have that replayability, like you said, is I was watching it in the car on the way back from our game with mum and dad. So we were listening to it in the car with mum and dad, and we were just going absolutely nuts. Like you could really get around. It didn't even have to be the Saints. Could have been anyone. You just get around whoever was doing that comeback, and it was just fucking incredible, absolutely incredible.
Can I ask? Obviously, Wanganeen-Milera is the story. What else in that fourth quarter will not get spoken about because Naz took the stop?
He's getting, at least from the Saints fans, he's getting awareness. I mean, maybe even Pom will give him a shout out. But Max Hall's last quarter was immense. It was sensational. He was probably like outside of Naz's 2 goals in that last minute. If he hadn't have done that and say the result's the same or whatever, Max Hall had the best quarter of any Saint. But Naz took the hanger and he kicked the goal after the siren. And that's going to take the headlines. But behind the headlines, there's a guy running around in the midfield, doing everything right. Everything. He had 6, I think, score involvements or 6 goal assists in the last quarter. Obscene wow. For a player in his first season. So huge credit to Max Hall. And then it was just little efforts from everyone. That type of win, it's not as much as it is Naz's moment or moments, it's your whole team needs to be on that page, driving for the win at that point. Angus Hasty, Caminiti, like Stocker, even the bottom tier players, they've got to lift. You can't do that with 2 or 3 of the top end. They can't carry that much weight.
Jake, can I ask, is this the turning point for the St Kilda Football Club now? Do you think this is the rally point? Like what you guys will sort of feed off on?
I don't know. That's up to them. It's up to them. It's up to them this week against North and against Richmond and Essendon coming up. I don't want to be in a hole against any of those teams and have to do this again. But I think when we play that type of football, it's pretty hard to stop. As much as people can critique Melbourne and what they did wrong, we still had to kick 9-0 to even get close to winning that game.
Yeah,
they missed a few chances, but we still had to take ours. Which is the best part. And we made mistakes too. I said that in my review. The best part wasn't that it was the perfect football quarter. It's not like we hit every target. We gave them chances. We stuffed up. We got pinholing the ball a couple of times, but we kept at it even at that point. Like it was 5 goals with 9 minutes to go still. You know, it wasn't like we hit the front early and had to hold on. We had to do it for the entire 30 minutes. And that's huge credit to the players. That was incredible.
Yep. Swoop, he got a new mic. He got a new mic.
Very snazzy.
Hopefully it sounds good. But good weekend. Back on the winners list. Just going through the motions against the Tigers. It was just a horribly wet day. But credit, as much as it was good to see Collingwood win. Like credit to the Tigers. They're going to be a bloody killer football team soon. They have got young kids coming out of their bloody God knows where, and they really gave it to us. The hell's that noise? Oh, I heard some squeaking. All good. Just heard some squeaking. They really gave it to us. But we're our game clear on top now. We come up against Brisbane this week, and that's when we'll know. Like this is when it really sort of kicks in for us. We got one of the hardest runs coming up in these last 4 weeks, and we start getting back our troops, which is the biggest thing. So, it was good to just finally get a win after just 2 weeks of just disappointment and just shithouse football with like the connection inside 50 and stuff like that. So the cogs are starting to turn. There's a silver lining to the season, which is good.
Clever.
That was actually pretty good. Not going to lie, that was.
You know, Pom's a bit sick when he's not talking every millisecond.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Just letting you have your moment, mate. Hey, if you want to take
Wait. Cue the smart ass remark. Wait, let's go. Go for it.
I said, if you want to take pot shots at a sick man, be my guest.
No, I'm trying to involve you, mate. Everyone's had a word. I'm trying to bring you into it. Bring you into the huddle.
Appreciate it.
Bobby, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Was...
You all right?
Yeah, mate. I'm good. It's good to see we're back where we. I don't know if we belong here, but that's where we deserve to be. But yeah. Look, why don't we just start? What's your topic for the night? Do we have to talk about the game? Oh, we have to talk about the game. Okay,
of course
fair
we
enough.
do.
All right, we'll talk about the game. Well, the Blues. Pommy.
Bangers!
Yeah! Do it for Doc.
It's falling at the seams, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. As we said it would. We were on top for a brief hot second, and we said we'd be back on the bottom. Yeah. The Blues are the Blues are in strife. It's pretty clear to see. But at least we got to go to the footy together.
We're half a wank at the minute, but it's the start, so we're just ending frustrated. Yeah, mate. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, look, everything. I always say to you when you say, "Can it get any worse, Pom?" And I'm like, "Stop saying it," because how many signs do you want? We got Jack Silvani having a medical at the pies. Kerno putting his name around other clubs, then he's not putting his name. I mean, all the vultures are having a little field day with our fucking Blues, aren't they, at the minute? They are. You know, it's bad when the media are just absolutely pot-shotting us. And made worse today, no word of a lie. I don't know if anyone follows Carlton socials. Don't follow Carlton fans on social media, please. Genuinely. But I got a phone call today from a great mate of mine. So a good mate of mine, Nick Bryant, shout out if you're watching this, rang me up and he was like, "Hey, Pom, Carlton's your football team, eh?" And I'm like, yeah, why? And he was like, "Oh, you're on the news here." And the Daily Mail in the UK has done an article on Carlton Football Club fans and a Twitter beef.
What?
It's all falling off.
What?
So this is me officially requesting a trade. Anyone wants a content creator for your football club, slide into my DMs. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
What's this article?
Daily Mail.
Is it the?
If you type in Adam Joseph Daily Mail, and it's across the dailymail.co.uk. It's also, there's a link to the Australian one and the Spanish one.
Oh my god! Oh, Carlton News and Stats. Oh, those guys.
I just say, my mate Nick, right? My mate Nick, God bless him. I love you, bro. But he rang me up, and there was just a small part of me that thought maybe they found out how football brings people together, and this poor little northern boy moves over the other end of the world and starts to enjoy football. And it's maybe a story of, there's a fan channel in the UK that talks about another fucking football club, but no, it's my fans acting like 12-year-olds on socials while my team's falling apart at the seams. It can't transition properly. It can't fucking defend. It can't fucking mark. Our forward lines think marking is what happens when you get a stripper who's called Mark. Do you know what I mean? What is going on? Someone make it stop.
Yeah.
Please.
Jesus.
It's wild. It's like, you just know everything is dysfunctional and is falling apart or has fallen apart, and you just got to sit through it and wait for the 4 games to finish so that these announcements can be made. Usually by now we would have sacked the coach or done something to release the pressure.
A little bit of improvement.
Is it? Is this
Not
is it
sacking
really-
the coach.
Is that improvement?
I think so. It's not like a knee jerk reaction. So you're kind of sticking through. You're kind of sticking through him.
What if he ends up going
That's
anyway?
like saying to
But
me
that's, I
because,
guess,
like,
but I think it's better that he goes, if he goes right at the end instead of, it shows a little bit, to me, it would show a little bit more stability than it would second coach midway through. Unless it was like Buckley and Collingwood where they've mutually agreed because Collingwood wanted to start the search because they knew other clubs would be looking for coaches. Because I think that year there was 3 or 4 clubs that were looking for coaches at the same time that we were.
Yeah, great. Stick fat.
Swoop,
Well, yeah.
Swoop, I'm getting bullied by people that just think this is a bunch of idiots in pajamas catching an egg. My own people are bullying me because of my fan base.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like,
no, that's,
oh, it's better than it was last time. None of my mates went, David Teague. They did, you know what I mean? They
Yeah, but-
spent the afternoon typing in Carlton to X. And honestly, the stuff they found.
that's because I've been saying that for years. Carlton supporters on Twitter are literally the worst of the worst. You see it all the time, and so are Collingwood supporters on there as well. And there's shining lights here and there, but you're always going to have those supporters. Even I see it still in my comments from Collingwood supporters, just ragging on our own players and stuff like that. Like I've had to report some comments to Collingwood's media team. Like that's how stupid it gets sometimes. You know what I mean? So. I get it. Look, outside looking in, it's fun.
UK though.
Yeah, no, we haven't been on the Daily Mail yet, but
I'd sit down and shop then.
Well, what do you want to say then, Paul? Like, what can you do though? Like their actions aren't your actions just because you're getting potted by your mates,
they're
right?
not, but it's just when things fall off, man, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, 100%.
It's look, you're always going to get banter. You're always going to get idiots, man. You are always going to get in any sport, in any form. You are, but like honestly, like just for some reason, like you know, people start to say Carlton Football Club is a big club. Behave. Do you know what I mean? Big club. Do you know what I mean? Small club mentality, minuscule small club mentality. It's actually embarrassing. I can cop losses on the field all day long because you can lose with grace, but man, to make the papers with fans turning against each other, like that's for me, that's the final straw. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? During the war, you betray your country, you get hung. Fucking should happen if you betray your football club as well.
Yeah.
Disgrace, man.
So yeah, well. The Silvani stuff's fascinating because it's it's just a field day. It's been Mackay trade rumors. The week after was Charlie. This week Silvani. Next week, whatever will be. But it's going to be great for content. Swooping on the Silvani stuff. Fair play.
Well, I'm hearing that he's done deal is what I'm hearing.
Done deal.
Crocodile.
Done deal.
As in, what's the deal?
As in 4 years, 650, and he'll be a pie next year. Is what I've been told. But you know, what can you do? It's
Heroin.
we need a backman. You could. I probably don't recommend it, but you could.
All right. Well, we'll move on. Jake, you want to start us off, mate? This is your night.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Terry, for letting me do that. I've got a few topics here, boys, so just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to just pick one. Which one's most relevant to tonight? Okay, this might be a good one. You've got
It's
30
like what,
seconds.
You researched like 5 topics? Like, is that what happened?
You've got. Okay, here we go. You've got 30 seconds to sell your club. What do you say? Swoop.
Stay away.
I wonder why I suggested that one. God, geez, that's a tough one. Genuinely though, free agent standing in front of you. What's something that all of us could say for 30 seconds? Let's just not say we've got a shit ton of money, because that's what I would say, obviously. What could you possibly say to the free agent of your dreams in front of you to make them believe that is the club for me? That's a fair topic.
I'd say at least we're not Carlton, because
Fair
I
point.
assume it's Silvani out in front of us, right? Because that's the free
Well,
agent that we're after.
It's whatever one you want, Swoop. I didn't specify. Look, I can go to another topic if you'd like, Terry. You just let me know, man.
No.
I'm not doing this for banter. This I had this for last week.
Mate,
fuck off,
you
Jake.
want to be
Let's
a
do it.
cock one,
I did.
Don't let me stand in your way.
All right, I'll change it.
No,
come on, do it.
I want to
Come
do
on.
it. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, go.
I'll sell it. Ready? This
Yeah.
is the sell. It's the only sell that I have left.
If he says history, my God, is my witness.
That's what I'm going to say.
You know, this club started on a dream. A dream of hard work and blue collar work ethic. No. So I think the sell is you've seen glimpses of what it could be when it does work. And ultimately it's about the legacy of being part of the group that actually gets Carlton back to the top. So that's the ultimate sell. Like whatever the facilities and all of that, like whatever. But ultimately, it's really about that. Can you handle the challenge of being part of the group that actually take Carlton to the top? Because I think everyone kind of knows what will happen if that were to happen, and the kind of reaction that the world would get.
Yeah.
It's the best I've got.
Yeah,
No, that's
a good
good.
one.
Yep. Sweet.
I think I'd genuinely say, we get to play, whatever it is, 14 games at the MCG. You're playing at an average crowd of 80,000. You want to play big games. You want to play big finals. You want to be a part of a big team. You come to the Pies, and that you try and sell them on that dream.
And I'll say,
Oh, Jake?
no. Pump. You go, mate. All good.
My dream free agent,
Yeah,
I would
whoever you
say
want.
you look at Carlton from 2018 to now, they've been through some horrible times, and the fans keep signing up, and there is so much hope, and there is so much belief, and so much want that you will be playing in front of 90,000 every week of people that are just willing you to succeed. So you are the person that turns that hope into reality. We believe in you so strongly that you can be the flip, the switch that this club needs that goes from hope to reality. So if you want the shortcut to fame, fortune, you might have to look elsewhere. But if you get this right and you are the missing jigsaw piece, this club needs to be a flag-winning side. Your name will be spoken about through history, through era, for millennia, because you will be part of the group that breaks 30 plus years of pain for a generation of fans. So that is the legacy that you're about to potentially
That's so good.
Here.
That's a run through brick wall sort of thing.
Ring the bell. Yeah, that was brilliant.
That was sick.
Absolutely brilliant.
And then 2 years later, I'm looking at his dog and go, I'm really sorry I said that.
Jake, sell the Saints.
Jeez, what
Go
could
on.
ours be? What could ours be apart from the war chest, of course? Apart from the war chest. Personally, it's almost the opposite of what you guys have alluded to. Okay, there are the big clubs, there are the powerful clubs, they're the favored clubs, but then there's the forgotten clubs, the clubs that have been there, been so close but not done it. Be part of something that's never been done before. Make St Kilda a powerful team. If you win a flag and you go to a big club, that's a shortcut. Take it, go the hard way, put your life on the line, and become a St Kilda icon by winning our second flag. The longest drought in history. You would be an absolute hero. You wouldn't just be a guy with the medal in any other team. You would never be forgotten in the history of the football club, in the history of the AFL. It would be the greatest premiership in AFL history, and you would be part of it.
Fuck.
I firmly believe that. I firmly believe our second flag will be the greatest.
100%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it's the current longest,
It's the longest
drought,
drought.
right?
Yep. And our only it's the only one we won was one bloody point in the last minute or so. Like,
Hey, what a flag,
Change-
mate. Don't downplay
change
that.
history. Change history.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
really good.
fairly short. That only took a few minutes. I can go for another one, but
No, I mean, we
you guys
that
are
was
all
a-
good if you want to continue. Who would be the
No, yours
hardest
are
sell though?
always
Right.
thought-provoking.
Who would be the hardest sell right now though as a football club? Who would genuinely, would it be West Coast? Because I don't think it would be West Coast.
I
I'm
think
not talking. It's not Carlton. Don't laugh. It's not Carlton.
It's the hardest sell.
pressing me.
I think
No
it's
way.
I think it's North. I think it's North. It's
I think it's
they
North too.
haven't improved at all this year. They've had some good thereabouts games, but they haven't improved at all this year. They've probably, I don't know if they've gone backwards, but they've definitely stagnated. Like Richmond's going to finish on top of them. They were touted at the start of the year not to win a game at all. There were guys coming out and saying that Richmond wouldn't win a game at all, and they're going to finish on top of them. So I think 100% would be North. And they've got a big war chest as well, right? And do you like even like LDU signing for 7 years as well? He's probably going, fuck. Is it 7 more years of this? Do we have to get rid of Clark? What's going on? There's going to have to be a revolt there before they're on the up, I think.
Fair.
Yeah.
Pommy, want to go next?
Kia ora. How are we? Well,
Kia ora.
I wanted to talk about something a little bit deep. So, last couple of weeks, I've come out of my retirement, being forced to go to. Well, I haven't been forced to go. That's a lie. I've gone willingly to go to Carlton games, and got me thinking, like, why do we go to the football? And I had like a philosophical moment this weekend, because when I get ill, I get a little bit emotional, get a little bit miserable, rug up, sit in my room and just cry myself to sleep. And it got me thinking, and you know what? Like, I wanted to hear from everyone in chat and you guys, like, why do you go to the football? What makes you feel connected? So I thought I'd share my story of what I sent my mates. So Terry's one of them. And so when I was 7, I was taken away from my home for details we're not going to go into with my brothers, and we were put into car. And I always felt a little bit of a loner once my grandparents took us in. You know, when you feel like you've got people around you, but you don't really feel like you have anyone apart from your family. And then when I was about 11, 12, that's where sport came into my life. So for me, that was golf, that was cricket, and that was soccer. And it got me thinking that sport has always been my connection, because I remember being 12, 13, being trusted to use my pocket money to go to an away day with my soccer team. And suddenly I wasn't the 13-year-old grandson, adopted kid with a brother in prison. I was Dan, the football fan, Dan, one of us, and felt connected and felt like it didn't really matter what had gone through my life and how school was going. And then obviously I'd made sports teams. Golf became a career. It opened the door to teach me discipline. It opened the door to teach me what was right, what was wrong, focus. Everything in my life has been vicariously through sport. And it was probably the first time that I felt part of something and felt like I belonged. I always felt like I was not wanted, and sport did. And then there was a moment at half time at the Carlton game, and I look across and Terry's looking biscuit-arsed. Nick's had a few too many beers, and I'm thinking, isn't this twat driving home? I've got Ian next to me, and I've got Lectog. And we just started chatting shit, man, like, and hearing about their family life and their things. And it made me think that, you know what? The purest thing, and I'm going to say man, so I don't want any of the girls in the comment section to be offended. It's just how I feel. But I feel like as a man now, I'm 40 years old this year. I've got kids. I've got a wife. I don't really have any pom time anymore. Like, I'm either pommying us on the here. I'm either daddy. I'm a husband. That 3 hours is the most perfect sanctum there, because for that 3 hours, I wasn't a dad. I wasn't a son. I wasn't a husband. I was me in my own environment, surrounded by the people that I love, sharing a moment of where I've got one of my mates telling me about his new girlfriend. I've got another one of my mates talking about how scared he is about getting married. I've got another one of my mates telling me about his son and how he's overcome so many obstacles. And for that one moment in time, we were just at one. And I think that's what sport is. And I think sometimes all this ranting and raving and getting upset about results, in the end, the result is secondary. It's that moment in time where we're together, with your mates, with your pals. And I feel like we've lost that on the way. I see the trolling sometimes in the comment section. And that just says to me that, you've got no one in the real world to love. But you actually have. Like these watch-alongs and stuff, that was the dream, for one day, maybe there is an 11-year-old in the chat that feels alone. For just that moment in time, he's not alone. Because we're bound together by a stupid emblem on a shirt with 22 people chasing a football, trying to put it through goals. But for that one moment in time, we're connected together. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about sport. So, when people ask me, why do you do this, Pom? It's probably been since I was 7. I just wanted to belong to something. And unfortunately, no matter how many times I try and escape the stupid sport, pulls me back in, because sport is that one thing that it doesn't matter what you are, who you are, black, white, Christian, Catholic, you're a sports fan, and for that moment you're together.
That's beautiful, mate.
Couldn't
That
have
was
said it
beautiful.
better.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning, that.
You said it. Yeah, you said it on a good week, because that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah.
At the final siren on the weekend, I hugging randoms, chatting to randoms, like the emotions. You forget that it's even the win loss. It's it's actually you can't put that stuff into words. Like that's the sort of stuff that you've got to be there. You've got to be there. You can't explain that to someone that's not gone to a game or been a sports fan before. It's just such a unique experience to share that with.
It's intangible. You can't.
It is.
You can't
it's in the air.
You can't bottle it. Yeah.
You just can't. And like that's what pulls you back. That's what justifies, like, Pom was alluding to, going every week and it's a struggle, but then there's a moment or there's a connection or there's a conversation and then you're back in again forever. And it's just, that's the cycle. That's the journey we're on. That's the ride. But if someone asked me how it felt, I couldn't tell you. I feel sorry for the people that left at 3/4 time, because they won't get that feeling. And I know many that left. So
shout out to Charlie from the Two Guys One Cup podcast, who left at 3/4 time.
Yes, yeah, that would have been stiff. Yeah, I mean, I can't. It's harder for me to describe it. Every other week, because I just love going, because I go with my uncle and it's just a family connection. So there's that for me. Makes me feel kind of like, sometimes you don't want to feel like you've grown up too much, and because I've been going since I was a kid with him, it's just the same. The only difference is he used to just drive me in from my AR's place. Instead, now I meet him in the car park, but everything else is the same, and I love that. Sometimes you don't need to lose your inner child. Sometimes you want to keep that part of you. And that's the one part. When I go to the footy with him, I feel like that again. I'm his nephew. He's my uncle. He got me into St Kilda. This is our moment. I grabbed him, put him in a big hug on the weekend, and it reminded me of going to grand finals with him, and having big moments. So that's the reason why I go to football.
Love that. Luke?
Yeah, I guess both of you guys sort of hit the nail on the head. But it's the community, and they say you can't choose your sort of family, but everyone chooses what club they want to support. Sometimes you get thrust into it, but you get to choose how you support that club. And when you're at a game, whether it be a final or round one or whatever it is, coming back from a bye, and even happened on the weekend against Richmond, just like high-fiving someone that you don't know from a bar of soap, because Nick Dacos scored a nice goal, or someone laid a good tackle, and everyone's going up at the same time. And the thing that I love about the football, and you guys touched on it a little bit as well, you know, how you were saying, you know, you're downtrodden for 1 week, then you get back up the next week. I love that it fills you with so much hope. It gives you hope of a better day, hope of hope for a better tomorrow, you know, hope for a better year, hope for this, hope for that. You might just have had the shittest day, and you know that you're looking forward. You've had the crappiest week, and you go, okay, I know that on Saturday night, doesn't matter what, I just got to get through this week. Work's been shit or this and that. I know that I'm going to get to my seat on Saturday. I'm going to have my hot dog and chips, you know, and I'm going to enjoy for 3 hours. I don't have a worry in the world. I don't have to worry about what's happening on the other side of the world. I don't have to worry about, you know, what's going on in America. I don't have to worry about what's going on in my own backyard. You know, it's all for 3 hours. I get to meditate, and by meditate, I mean yell at an umpire because he hasn't paid clear holding the man free kick to Nick Dacos in the goal score. Like, you know what I mean? So, but again, like, I think as well for what I go for is I get to spend 3 hours with Dad, you know, which is always nice. So kind of like you, Jake, with your uncle. But you know, me and Dad got memberships together years and years and years ago, and there were times where I was just going, like, before Swoop, and probably at the start of it, I was just sort of going by myself, and I loved it. I love the solitude, going by myself and enjoying the football myself. But then, you know, having Dad come along with me every single week, and you know, because I don't live with them anymore, we chat every now and then, like in text messages and stuff. But then for 3 hours, we put our differences aside, and we go and watch this game that we love, and we're hugging, and, you know, getting to experience the grand final with him, like, is something I'll tell my kids about. You know, I'll tell, you know, and he'll probably tell his grandkids about as well. And I think that's the beautiful. It's the beautiful thing about sport. Sport is like, you know, it's like a beautiful song, right? It'll ebb and flow, a beautiful album. It'll ebb and flow, but you know that you know what you're going when you sort of go in there, and you enjoy every second of it. Yeah, and I think it's poetry. That's better. It's sport is poetry, and it's very cathartic.
Fuck. What a great question. This is elite.
Fuck moments.
Yeah. The beginning of going to the footy and falling in love with Carlton was escapism from the toxic home as a little boy. So it was like the safe space. And then that first feeling of the energy in the crowd was what I fell in love with. But I think now for me, it's like, it's energy and it's flow for me. Sport is the vehicle that allows me to express what I learn about life. Like, I can draw parallels between what's going on with Carlton at times, or with whatever's going on in sport at times with life. And it's my teacher. And I mean, the way I live my life outside of Carlton is I am responsible for absolutely everything that happens in my life. It's my fault. But when you support a sports team, nothing's in your control in terms of on the field. Yeah, you can yell and scream as much as you want. You might give a little bit of energy, and I might give something, but ultimately I can't influence the result out there on the field. So to give myself up to something out of my control, and I guess it's faith. You know, like, I'm not a religious guy. I don't follow a specific religion, but I do give myself up for something greater than myself in the Carlton Football Club, which is warped and weird, and it's complex, and it's kind of like family. There's dark, toxic parts of it. Within that, there's beautiful parts and beautiful relationships that are formed. Like, man, I met Pommy online because of this channel. Literally, like, just commenting and messaging, like a stranger who's become a really, like, a confidant who, like, knows the depths of me. And so I go to the footy because it's just my happy place. Right now it's tough, but I also know that with time, it kind of starts making sense why we have to go through what we go through. So yeah, it's become the equalizer and the big test for me. And I think for me, the best part about sport is when you're, especially the AFL, when you are not in the country and you meet a fellow supporter and you have that random connection in a pub in China, and you're both sitting there watching it. You've got no idea who each other are, but you just follow the same sports team. Like, that's the magic of it all. So, yeah. All said, lads. That's good stuff.
Yeah, great question. Really good topic.
Well done, Pom.
Fucking hell. I'll go next.
Yeah, sweet. Sorry, just quickly, is anyone running into a problem with commenting on StreamYard? It keeps disconnecting me.
I can see your comments.
So just if anyone's talking to me, I can't reply to them in comments because it's just disconnecting me. But sorry, Terry, go ahead.
Just testing mine. I went through.
He's just dropped that in everyone's stream as well, no doubt.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's gonna give me anything for it. We'll get to that at some point.
Sorry, Tess.
No, that's okay. My question is, it's kind of with your relationship to sport as well. What is your greatest sporting achievement? Before you answer that.
Okay.
Borat has gifted 10 Pommy and
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. I like you.
You got 10 subs. Nobody else got this.
And tell you what, chat, if you do get a membership, make sure you give our man Borat some things. That really hurt my voice. I did not have the vocal range to do that. So
You did a good job. That was
that
excellent.
was well worth the 10 subs.
Get the soothers out.
So the pinnacle of your sporting plan, whatever that was, whatever that is.
Pinnacle.
The pinnacle.
I mean, first tennis year 10. That's pretty good.
What happened?
No, that wouldn't be it.
Oh.
Pinnacle would be probably South Yarra Premiership 2017 football. Kicking a goal, playing a pretty good game. That'd be right up there. I think even playing AFL in Denmark would be an absolute highlight.
Damn, boy.
For getting picked for the school team and playing there in 2007. I think, yeah, we watched the Geelong. We watched the Geelong Port Grand Final there in Farum. I think it was outside Copenhagen. So in terms of highlights, that would be. But in terms of like actual accolades, yeah, 2017 Premiership would be right up there, and a bunch of indoor grand finals and that sort of thing.
Yeah, this could be like that you've played in or coached or
that
been a part of, or like just your sporting connection.
2010 draw, Terry. 2010 draw, mate. That's the pinnacle.
How'd that happen?
The Saints Pies.
Oh, right.
As close as I've gotten to the pinnacle. So thanks for the reminder. Yeah.
I'll go next. My pinnacle, I've never won to the best of my knowledge, I've never won a grand final or a premiership. I guess I would remember that if I did. So I don't even think in primary school or inter-school sports or anything like that. So I've got a couple of pinnacles though. One would be coming second in the indoor footy Epping grand final. So that was fun, being runner-up. I know, Mark Maron is he likes to flaunt his medals. Unfortunately, I don't have one of Marky's medals to flaunt. So I only got the runner-up trophy. But the biggest pinnacle for me would be coaching. I started coaching Craigie Burns. Started with the under-9 squad and getting to getting to coach them for a year in my first year of coaching. And we didn't have any finals or anything because no scores were kept. But then going into under 11s, and some of those kids that I coached in under 9s were like top age, so they go 10, so they play under 11s, and we played off in the first final that we ended up. No, actually, we didn't lose the first final. We needed to win the last game. We lost by less than a goal, and it was like devastating, like absolutely devastating. But to see those kids grow throughout the year. And I run into some of them, and now they're all 16 and bloody 7'2", but I still run into them at games or just out and about. And it's really nice to have that impact on the kids' sporting life. So that would be the pinnacle for me.
Love it. Pommy, I mean, you were actually a sportsman.
Playing, probably the proudest moment was finally passing my playing ability test. So just to become a PGA golf pro. So that would have probably been my number one pinnacle. Just to be able to do that would be good. From a playing perspective, that's not my job at the time. Would probably be beating Bramcote School in year 12 because they always used to beat us. And our first cricket team, our first 11 beat them like finally in year 12. It was the first time in 10 years we knocked them out in the semi-final of the Yorkie Cup. So that was always special growing up with the lads, always getting beaten by the same year group and beating them. That was good. Probably shout out. I know he watches the show every so often, but there's a kid I was coaching who was just become an assistant recently, a guy called Thomas Perry. Seeing him, been coaching him for 6 years, to see him actually go into the game that he loves and to see how far he's come as a pupil is absolutely amazing. That's probably the biggest kick I've ever had in my life, just watching young men, young women take up a game that they don't think they can do and to become proficient at it. It's still a joy to this day, whether you're 100 years old or you're 7, seeing someone get something that is perpetually hard and understand it. It's a buzz that'll never go away. There is something, like, honestly, I always say it's like the most addicting feeling coaching is the first time you see a child get a ball in the air playing golf, because their face is the same face you had, and vicariously you can still feel that joy of like, fuck, I did that. And I remember how it feels. Like my brain can go in and go, okay, I know how you're feeling, and be hooked. But yeah, that's probably the joy, like coaching day to day. Like I love it, whether it's my kids. Don't really like coaching my kids because they answer back, but I love that. So.
Amazing. Well, mate, Matt Lang's gifted another 10 Pommy and Oz memberships. We need do we have like a sound?
It's very, very cozy on that couch there, Matt Lang.
Yeah, it does look pretty cozy.
He's enjoying that couch.
Lang, yeah, look at my boys. Hey, chat, you're making me feel better.
Here you go, Pom. Here you go, Pom. Have 10. Have 10 memberships, mate, on me. It's all good, mate. It's got the paint me. What is it? The paint me like your French girl, the Titanic.
Yeah, the Titanic, the Leo DiCaprio.
That's hilarious.
I love that.
My sporting pinnacle, so basketball, winning the state championship youth league in 2011. So I played for Whittlesea my whole life growing up. We were the underdogs. We were the battlers. We made the grade was called VC in under 18s or 18s. It was the first time we'd done it in 20 years for the club. And then that group ended up becoming the youth league state champions once we were after we went after under 18s. So yeah, winning that title was pretty big. We were filling out the stadiums. It was a buzz. So I think winning titles there was huge. Won a footy premiership with the Thomastown Bears. We actually had my 10-year reunion there. Played 2 years there. First year, won the flag in our first season, which was cool. But yeah, Pommy, you said something there which kind of resonated with me. It's a really tricky one to talk about, which I'm sure everyone will understand why. So obviously, I was living in Israel when I started this channel, and I coached and started this footy team. And basically, what we were doing was we had Israelis, we had Palestinians, and I was teaching them how to play footy. It was like a peace project, which had been started, a decade earlier, and it was like magical. Like, I'm not tied to any of the land there, but to have both sides come together, learn this wacky, weird game from the other side of the world. And we actually entered this team into the Euro Cup in 2018. Pouring rain. We had trained in the heat, super hot. And I'll never forget when they won their first game. We played the Czech Republic. And just like the magical slow motion moment, how they won the game in the last minute. and it was just pure magic. And I'd never thought I'd experience something like that without being on the field or on the sports, on the court or on the field. But yeah, what we did there was like super, super magical. And so that's the magic of sport.
100%. It's amazing.
In the meantime, another 10 memberships for
Hey,
the
lucky.
their YouTube channel.
Damn,
Lucky. Thank you very much. Yeah. Felt very lucky on Sunday. Thank you.
And another 5 memberships for the Bombinos.
Oi. What's with the Adrian, mate? Those tats are pretty sick. Can you get that
Hey,
up?
catch on, everyone. Just a cheeky 10. Just a cheeky 10. So
I like the way about your done. You didn't like give anyone a complex, but mine, you'd be like, oh, he's laid back on the couch. Oh, he's got.
They were different profile pictures, mate. Don't even get me started. They were great. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it.
yeah. Who's next?
Have we?
Luke.
Yeah,
Luke. Yeah, Luke.
Yep. Sweet. All right.
Is it who's the best player in the comp? Is that your topic?
It's what's everyone's McDonald's order? All right. So picture this, right? It's just, I don't know, we'll just say it's round 23. You need a win to finish in the top 4. And it's a last quarter. It's the last play. You've got one of your players running into the 50. He gets tackled, and you can see clearly on the big screen, it looks like it's high, and it is high. He gets tackled around the neck. Umpire doesn't see it, calls play on. The ball goes up the other way, and the opposition kicks a goal, and they're through on goal, right? But then all of a sudden, the game stops, and on the loudspeaker, you hear, we're checking for a high tackle in Collingwood's attacking 50. We're just going to have a look at that now. So there's a 5th umpire up in the stadium that's not tied to like the arc or whatever, but what he's tied to is watching the game from the bird's eye view or wherever that vantage point is, and checking all of the game that's going on as a neutral that saw the high tackle that 4 umpires for some fucking reason couldn't see. He's seen it. He goes, hang on, no, stop. We've let the play go on. Stop for now. It's a high tackle. Come see this. Kind of like what they do in the Premier League at the moment. Not always going to be black and white. We know that, but it's going. I think it'll stop a lot of different problems that sort of arise. And I only bring this up because it was brought up on AFL 360 yesterday by Craig McRae. It was one of his ideas. But before that, my dad's been saying this for about 5 years. So I don't know if Dad's watching, but shout out to Dad because he's been saying this for ages, that someone with a camera that can get the TV angle, because sometimes the TV angle is way better than the 4 other angles that the umpires are going through. Would it work?
No.
So 5th yeah. So just correct me if I'm wrong. This is a 5th umpire.
Yeah. Up in the bunker or wherever you want to sort of call it. A bit of arc, yeah.
And the umpires on the field are not going upstairs to like call it. This is a 5th umpire watching it who's connected to the umpires on the field and say, hey, you missed this, or this is what happened.
Yep.
So exactly like VAR in the Premier League, they're just carry on playing.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It would
and
just
it
say
just reviews
VAR pending while they're playing.
Yep.
That would mean that the quarters would go for about 55 minutes each because of the amount of mistakes that umpires make. The rarity of a mistake in the EPL is much less than in the AFL. I reckon within a 10-minute passage, I reckon I can count 4 or 5 that they missed. So are we saying that every single one they're going to pay?
Well, the umpires pay straight away. He goes high. The other umpire calls play on. He's seen it high. He goes, stop wherever you are right now. That's a free kick to Nick Dacos. It's too high. It's not. Let's check this out. These bastards already missed it. This umpire up the top, he's seen it. He goes, nah, stop. Play on.
Elite.
I still think that would be a hugely interrupted game, but I get what you mean. I think I like the idea, but I think the execution, maybe there's something there. But I can't imagine, Because then we might as well just ditch field umpires and have a guy upstairs. Genuinely, because they'll just call it probably quicker than the umps. Anyway.
100%. Well, why don't we just do that?
Have a
Well, I
virtual
think
umpire.
I actually think what you're asking here is, are you willing to accept the imperfections of footy, or do you want the perfect
Yeah, I guess.
game?
Yeah.
Do you want every single decision to be perfect and 100% correct? I think that's on a deeper level what you're asking.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. And I know it would, like Chat's saying, it would slow the game down, but are you really giving up a attacking play in a grand final where someone's clearly pushed in the back or had their head right? I know that's the theater of it all, but it's not the fucking theater of it all when it happens to your team in the last play of the grand final.
Let's say I think I get you. I think you would be alluding to critical moments. So inside either 50, it would have to be a goal scoring opportunity, and that would be it. But if it's a push in the back in the middle of the ground,
you could do that could make a bit more sense.
Because VAR doesn't review. I mean, it does review everything, but it mainly it reviews it doesn't review little tackles and stuff like that. It's mainly like the big moments, the penalties and stuff that decides a game. So I can imagine that would be the priority. So if there's a push in the back and the opposite, it's in the 50 and it goes down the other end, it comes back, then Jamie Elliott gets the shot that he deserved. Rankin earlier in the year, they VAR that. Adelaide probably win the game. That's the right call, but they missed it. So it's those sort of situations that I totally agree. I'm just thinking if it's, on the wing near the boundary and it's a little high and it's a throw in, that's a big delay in a game if you've got 20 of those across the game. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like in the EPL when they use the VAR, it's the lead up to the goal as well to see if anyone's been infringed, right?
Yeah, if it's something that is linked to, within a kick or two of a goal, that's obviously critical. Thank you, Will. Good picture there, Max Hall celebrating, very nice.
Yeah, little Maximus.
Yeah, he's got the tongue out. Yeah, love it.
Does adding another human to the decision making process of a game just create more there's another view of the field, but humans are flawed and make errors. I guess what you're suggesting here is you have a human in a room who's not running and who's not fatigued and he's not having to make split-second decisions while running and doing all these things. I'm just mindful of we are just adding more humans to make decisions and therefore more complexities. I think in theory it would work, but I'm also not 100% sure, but I'm sure. I'm not 100% sure of what, but I'm pretty sure it would add another complication.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we could adjust the current umpires on field to have better angles? Or are they trained in that already?
Well, there's 4 of them.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes they're in a similar zone, or they have the excuse of, I didn't have the angle. It's like, well, there's got to be a way that you can. There's 4 of you. How do you not have an angle?
It all comes down to proper training.
I think the 4th umpire is personally. I don't know if it's helping the game. I think they're in the way. Yeah.
Do you think there's a lot of what's that? I don't know the term, but it's the phenomena that there's a car crash and someone needs to call the ambulance, and you think that person's going to do it, and no one's sort of doing it. Do you think that happens a little bit with 4 umpires, and that's 100%. Why the guy that's 150 meters away calls the push in the back that the guy 5 meters away didn't see?
I reckon in a couple of games this year that I've gone to, I have seen umpires look at each other. And then one of them gives the deliberate out of bounds or calls the holding the ball. They're like, oh, should I do it? Should you do it? Or, it's just constantly handballing to each other.
Yeah.
Pom, what do you reckon?
I'm a strong advocate against video refereeing. I hate it in my great game. I wouldn't wish it on anyone else's game. It's destroyed the game. When you've got something, human beings have this uncanny ability to take something perfect and try and make it more perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you've only got to watch, if you're an old man like me and you've been watching football every day of your life for 40 years in the UK, now just how it's full of, this offside decision, was that offside, was that a corner, was that a free kick? And that is just an overzealous appreciation of that game. It's ridiculous how much rubbish that fills up for me, just mainstream TV, where before it was referee's a fucking dickhead, cost us the game, got to get 3 points next week. Now it starts to create, like, because this generation is, I can't admit it's my fault, we look elsewhere. That's now in sports. So you start hearing, the FA has got an agenda against this team because VAR's gone against us all year. And it's like, no, you just shit. You know what I mean? That's what happens. I think you can make AFL better just by not changing the rules every fucking week.
Yeah.
That would probably help umpires, because it's amazing every month we seem to have a new agenda we're looking for. 1 minute it's high tackles, then it's throws, and then it's, this and that, ruck nominations. So I think just keep it simple, stupid. But human element is the beautiful thing about the game, isn't it? Like, we're getting, the other week, I think it was 30, it was the first time our timer nearly hit 40 seconds. I know there was a player knocked out in 5 seconds, but the game's getting longer with just the VAR, with the video, the ARC reviews. Can you imagine how long this would take? Like honestly, I know we're playing it on a cricket ground, but we don't have to play Test cricket. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what worries me. Like, what? I don't think anyone seriously has complained as much as we have in the last 10 years about rules. Rules have always been imperfect. Happens. But the game's brilliant. Keep it as it is. Like, I would like to go back to just have one less umpire, have one end, one the other. You've got your goal umpires, one in the middle. And how about we have 2 years worth of, we don't change any rules. All rules are in a 2-year window. So that would, I think, be a better method. We say, right, these are the rules for 2 years. Everything's a 2-year cycle. This needs amending. Okay, we'll look at it. But that's going to be implemented 2027. So then we can train people for 2 years what that new amendment is. Like, do you remember when we started bringing stuff in a couple of years ago? And it was like in VFL for a day. And then they're like, it worked. This 20 minutes was brilliant. Let's full time do it. Stupid. Keep the game as it is. It's a beautiful game.
I want the boundary umpires to have a bit more of a say with some of those decisions that face them. So, like, player dropping the ball, they just stand there and watch it, call it. Like, I want them to have that power. Or like a clear deliberate. They don't pay it. They have to, if the field umpire sees it, which is impossible from that angle because they're in the center of the ground, they're not going to see it. I would love to give a little bit more autonomy to the boundary umpire in certain situations.
You know the other one as well, playing soccer all my life, right? So you come to a different understanding when you play a game a little bit. You kind of understand what players do. I don't understand in any sport how you can suddenly change the interpretation by being able to watch it in slow-mo as well. Because you've got to remember that all rules were made. You get one look at it very quickly. I love watching VAR in England, and it's like a 50-50 tackle in real time. But then we slow it down, and his leg hits his leg just slightly quicker. And then it looks a lot worse when you do frame by frame. What was a fair tackle looks like he's gone in there while the poor guy's sleeping, slapped the wife, slapped the dog, slapped the kid, and then punched him. And you're like, oh my God, red card. Like, I don't mind these arcs, but you should get one look at it as well. Like, let's keep it fair, because otherwise, why don't we slow everything down? Like, where's the line? I don't think Patrick Dangerfield, Patrick Cripps, or Jack Steele ever in their careers have handballed legally in a contest, right?
I want
all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Jack Steele.
Handballed. Yeah, all of them do a George Gregan, right? So where are we drawing the line? Are we going to now pause, be like, Cripps, you love a chuck, bro, when you're tackled? Are we going to pause every time he gets the ball and goes,
Do you know what?
2 minutes into the first, Patrick Cripps threw
I
that one.
But that's it.
Oh,
We shouldn't have to, because the umpire should be picking that up straight away. So
Yeah,
is it all
have you
just
seen how
is this all
quick it
full
is,
circle
though?
that it's just better training for the umpires? Is that all it is? And
Yeah,
then
well-
this is all-
But I will say this, and I've said this for years on the watch-alongs. Throws, illegal handballs in contests contribute more goals than any other thing in the AFL. You go and watch it. Nearly every passage of play someone's tackled, someone does the old lob. Like, I'll tell you who else is great at it. Toby Green. He's great. His hand is literally being held, and he does the little action with his shoulder, so it looks like the handball. But it happens so quickly, you can't blame an umpire. There's no way. Because when I was at the game, I saw Patrick Cripps throw it 0 times. When I watched the replay, it was about 8.
Yeah.
So at the game, it's so quick, you can't see it. So that would be inconceivable for me to expect an umpire in real time. Like the comment here from Mixtape, couldn't agree more. The tribunals, when you get the replay and the evidence, everything looks worse in slow motion, doesn't it?
Yeah, it shouldn't be shown. I personally think we all remember doing our L plate test, right?
Yep.
Like, and I don't know if it's changed, but when I went, they'd show you different situations, someone crossing the road, but it's not in slow mo. They show you in real time, and you've got to pick which one is the right one, and this and that. I want them to do that with umpires. Get 4 different holding the balls, and don't tell them which one is the free kick that was paid and which one was play on. Show them all and see which one they pick. Train them by the speed of the game. Don't train them by something that has to happen in post. Train them by what's happening in real time that they will see on that football field. I don't know if that's personally happening.
Ultimately, umpires need to umpire games to get better. But I think there's something in what you just said there in their training midweek, for sure. Because I get the argument about make them full time. I totally get it. But we just don't have footy games to umpire in real time where they can practice and run and make those split-second decisions. Like, it's hard to emulate a game of AFL footy as a player and as an umpire as well. Like, it's making those decisions with fatigue, which is the tricky part. I mean,
There's 3 things going against umpiring in this country, though. One, they're immune to criticism. Unbelievably. Like unbelievably immune to criticism. Like in the media, if anyone criticizes them, it's bullying. If you do it in the stands and you text 1-800 I'm a grass, they'll kick you out of there. Do you know what I mean? As well. Even the MCG do it over the tannoy. If you hear abuse to players, coaches, or umpires, text 1-800 I'm soft. I grass people up. I'm a police informer dog. Whatever that number is, right? So, like, that doesn't help because criticism is part of improving, like a massive part. Whether it's positive or negative, criticism makes you improve.
Yep.
But 2, rule change so quick. Can you imagine it, man? Someone asked the question, when did soccer last change the views? So Wenger has changed the offside rule of what part of your anatomy needs to be offside. Now, they've trialed that in some leagues, and the feedback has been chaos because even though it's a subtle change, it's causing chaos with refs in real time. They're starting to refer nearly every through ball to upstairs, and it became reluctant to. And that was the feedback last year in the referees in England, is that they were now reluctant to make the call, the bystander effect that Luke was describing, because they knew it was already going to be double checked. So they were less willing to go offside because they knew it was going to be checked anyway. So it was like, when in doubt, instead of putting your hand up and raising the flag, they're just like, nah, it's okay. Because if I'm wrong, he's going to fix it. So that creates another concern. And then AFL, I've never seen a game like it where you see one game where something happens and suddenly the AFL overcorrect. Like one player gets knocked out and then they do a big meeting and they go, right, we've got to change the laws of the game. We've got to do this. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. So I actually feel sorry for umpires. Like, do you remember Nick Watson? He ducked once, right? He ducked twice, and then they said, right, that's it, duckers. He nearly died It happened with one of your players as well, didn't it?
Happened with
Ginny was
Ginnivan.
playing.
Oh,
When
yeah,
Ginny,
yeah.
do you remember that next game he played?
Yeah, he got literally his head ripped off, and they're like, "Nah, that's fine."
It was like watching WWE. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like they fucking, you could go in and actually clothesline the guy, and the umpire would be like, "Play
Yeah.
on." So I actually feel sorry for AFL umpires. Don't clip this because I say a lot about them, but like
You watch the watch along on Sunday. Fucking umpire.
Yeah, but we don't get feedback. We don't get criticised, right?
Yeah.
We change the rules every 5 seconds, and we're trying to make the job even easier and absolve responsibility. So you're never going to get good. Like, it's fascinating. Like Michael says, he's spot on. Like, they hardly ever criticize them type of things. They don't. And when they do, like when that non-call with that guy who was sick or whatever it was, everyone was lambasted as a bully. Yeah. The media should have to, how dare they question? They're only fucking umpires. They're one step above a traffic warden. I mean, I don't say please and thank you to an umpire. I ain't going to say please and thank you to a traffic warden either. Like, they're the lowest of the low. So, like, let them be criticised, and then they'll get better.
Love it.
I'll tell you, the one thing they've nailed, I've got to admit, we always talk about things they do wrong, but I got to say they nailed the 666. I actually like that rule. I think they do a fantastic job. They do an absolute.
But
I just think
that is another rule, though.
Killed it there.
Jake, that's another rule. That's probably the first time in a long time, though, that we've seen a 666.
That's the first time I've ever seen it. Ever. That's the first time I've ever seen it in a game paid.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But how many times do you see it? Like, I was watching, it was a Carlton game and we did it. And I think memory serves me correct, it was Sydney. And the umpire actually gave TDK and Wheater in time to run back. And like, I was thinking, if I was Sydney, I'd be pissed here because the rule is quite simple: ready to play, unlucky. Like, why are we giving benefit of the doubt for making the 666 not work, which is a simple rule? Stand in the fucking your zone in a 6. Ain't rocket science. Every player has 6 appendages. We don't give warnings for anything else. So where's the black and white area? It's quite easy, this.
Did you see, I didn't realize this, did you see the quirk in that 666 situation that Max Gawn revealed?
No. I watched his interview.
The ruckman has to be the one standing the mark.
There. Yeah.
So Max Gawn, as the ruck, gets told about the initial warning, and I guess the 3 stoppage players around him, but the rest of the field don't know because you're only telling the ruck and the guys at stoppage.
And he's got no time. He can't go back and tell everyone because it's going to be play on.
Actual infringement because we've already had the warning. I think the warning came in the second quarter. He was saying, and so it affected his ability to get the message across because he had 3 seconds, and I didn't know. But
it begs the question: why the hell were they? What did they have? An extra player down back or something? Is that what they were doing? They thought we would. They were anticipating that with 8 seconds to go, we would win the clearance and potentially win the game, and in doing that, cost themselves the game.
Yeah, but in doing that, you won the clearance and won the game.
I hate to be this guy, but they are full-grown adults. If you can't count to 6, that should be a free kick. Like how hard is it? I'm a halfback. You're a centre halfback. You're right halfback. Yeah. Why the fuck is an outside midfielder here? Like, you don't need a warning. You should be able to know it. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is why society is going downhill, because no one punishes negligence anymore. Yeah. Like, if you are stupid and you can easily rectify it, you should be punished for stupidity. Well, so I feel sorry for umpires here because you get a warning for that. You watch teams, if you started paying a 50 every time you infringe 666, I'd give it a round before everyone has the 666. Bang on. Yeah. Like, that's what the AFL needs to do. Start punishing people twice as hard as you should do. Give away a couple of double 50s.
I'd be very curious in this weekend's games if they have they're extra attentive to that sort of thing because of what happened in our game. They will be, though.
That's what annoys me.
No, like,
So this week now, I could kill someone with a high tackle, but 666 is the problem. Like, that's what they'll do.
Do you know what's fascinating about all of this? We will get to finals and the whistle goes away. That's magic.
The thing. Yeah. Why is that acceptable?
The game becomes umpired perfectly. Not
Yeah.
perfectly, but
It's not
the
perfectly.
whistle goes away. Yeah, like the whistle goes
But-
away, and it's tough footy, and there's a bit of
It's because they've got the teams they wanted. They adjusted everything they needed in the regular season. They got what they wanted, and now they can let the big boys play. That's why.
Yeah.
There's no fixing. The fixing's done already there, Terry. They've done their job.
Yeah.
You know what? Ask Melbourne, did they want the whistle away in that last 5 minutes? Like, why does it change? Like, I'm with you. That's something that annoys me, Jake. It really annoys me when I hear that. Oh, it's finals. Why are we calling that? And I'm like, imagine if that was a round 16 game, 4 points you needed to play finals. And the umpire just said, sorry, lads, this game's quite entertaining. I'm going to let everything go on, mate. Like, you'd be going mental.
Do you know what?
I'm with you.
I give the umpires credit there. I couldn't believe they spotted it. Like, they checked that. That didn't come from up. There was no upstairs reviewing it in that moment. With 8 seconds, they could have easily said, well, we'll review it next week, whatever. Let the game pan out. It'll be a draw. But they actually had the balls to call it.
Yeah,
They had the balls to call it.
Yeah,
Which-
but it annoys me.
That's what they're
Jake,
criticized, but they're criticized for not doing that. You know, in a close game, they made the decision which decided the game. That is something that a lot of people say umpires don't have the balls to do.
And I
and
think
they
it
did
was
it.
David King who actually complained about it this week. Might have been
did he?
King. It was one of them who said, oh, you'd be a little bit feeling hard done by that. That goes on all the time and this time. And I'm like, nah, but you've been complaining about it all year that fucking some teams have had 8 in defence.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad it's costed someone a game.
Yeah,
hopefully
100%.
now,
It's the only
it
way.
ain't that hard. 6 people, the rule literally tells you where to stand. Like,
Yeah. Well, there's someone in the comments that said, "Oh, what? This wouldn't get paid on grand final day." It would though. It 100%
I hope it
would get paid
does.
on grand final. Yeah,
Because there's
It
no
would get paid on grand
interpretation.
final.
That's the difference. It's not an
exactly.
interpretive.
It's black
thing.
and white.
It is
You have
black and white.
7
That is
players in your forward line. You're
100%.
fucked.
It
Yeah.
is the only black and white rule in the competition.
yeah, you know what? Soccer fans do it as well when it's the Champions League or it's the World Cup. You've got to let that go in the first 5 minutes. Why do you? Like, what's the point of having a rule book if it's timed to a certain point of time? 2-footed tackle, fine in the 3rd minute. 15th, I have to send you off.
Yeah.
I would love an average from you, Pom, with your research to find the average free kicks paid in final series or just even in grand finals over the last 5 years versus the regular season. I'd love
We'll
to
do
see the
that.
drop off. I
I've got
reckon there's
one.
a big drop off.
Pommy
Yep.
or Woody, wooden spoon.
Yeah,
data.
Woody. Yep.
I
yep.
want to know
Woody
how
would know
many times does a kick get called not 15 in the defensive half compared to the forward half? I wanna know the
Good one.
They all, that's nuts. It's up to up the scoring, right? So they want the play on in the back half to put the pressure on the team, and it might be a turnover and goal. And in the front half, they're going to pay it because they want a goal, and then the game keeps flowing. So whatever is favorable to the flow of the game and a high scoring game, you would put your chips on that to be paid 100%.
You know what? M King makes a great comment as well. Pushing the back, right?
Oh, don't get me started. That's
because I was chatting to a mate about this a couple of weeks ago, and you know what annoys me? These types of rules, they get paid to the same type of players because they react, right? But then the AFL say we don't want simulation, we don't want you to tilt your head back. But if you're brave, you get ignored because it's not obvious to the umpire. So it's got to be kind of that thing. So when people talk about like Charlie getting free kicks quite a bit, but you go and watch Charlie, he is quite theatrical when he's being held. He's so it kind of stands out. But then you watch Harry, who that guy's like brain dead. Like you could shoot Harry in the knee and he just carry on running to catch the ball. He's like, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? These kind of things happen. You headbutt me as I'm running for the ball. It shouldn't be like that though. Like we're living in a game at the minute where to get the free kick, you've got to beg for the free kick or prove it, as opposed to how many times do you see someone being held? Like that's the one that's killing me at the minute. Marking contests. If you watch Thilthorpe or Darcy, because they're giants, they are being literally manhandled, chopped, and it kind of gets forgiven because they're 209 feet tall. But still the same thing. Like you can't umpire for size, umpire for the rules. So we could be here all day. Like there's so much fuck with this game when it's really easy to fix.
this beautiful game that we love. That connects.
Yeah,
The
but so
imperfections,
stop
the
fixing
imperfections
it.
that we do not want to fix. We love it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Stop fixing it. It's meant to be
It's
imperfect.
it's where it is. Yeah, yeah.
That's what.
Shall
You see,
we-
offside. I love offside. People hate it.
He's
Beautiful
got
thing
the
about
ladder.
offside.
He's got the predictor.
1 in 10 people actually know the rule. Everyone complains, right? And the best way you can define offside is you ask the people that the goal's disallowed, always onside, right? Right, always offside. Then the defense, it's well offside, man. But a mile offside, like that is my favorite. He's miles off, and you're like, is he? Like that? But that's the beautiful thing, and I think VAR's ruined that. Like it's actually broke my heart because that was the best when you and your mates would have the argument.
Yeah.
Nah, he was on. Nah, he wasn't. He was almost in the stands. He was that.
It's like talking about the end of Inception when he spins the thing and you don't know if he's in reality or he's still in his dream and he's seeing his kids. You don't want to know the answer. Christopher Nolan, don't bloody tell me. I just want to live in ambiguity for the rest of my life. I completely agree.
Love it.
Like you've started getting what we have in football as well. You know, when the ball goes out of bounds. And this is my favorite. You know, when you'll see some dickhead on Twitter with one camera angle going, look, it's out. And you're like, okay, well, do you understand how depth perception works? Like you can take a camera angle and it change. And then the camera angle changes and they're like, yeah, but we didn't have that angle. And it's like, okay, but you've just used that as evidence. Like, why are people complaining the ball's either in or out, ref's decision? Like, we should go back to the old ways. Ref decision's final, but the ref is allowed to be called a knobhead. Right? That's how it used to work when I was a kid. The ref would say, nah, that was a foul. You'd be like, you're a fucking idiot, ref. And he'd be like, okay, maybe I am. Foul, carry on, yellow card. And you'd be like, all right.
I want Champion Data to release stats like game stats per umpire. I want to know how many types of free kicks they paid, how many Ks they ran in a game, how many times they blew the whistle. I want to see all the breakdown. I want to see all the stats.
And Postecoglou was right about this. Be careful what you wish for.
Umpire of the day, have an announcement on the AFL posts, on AFL socials. Umpire of the day voted by the fans.
It's embarrassing because, like, yeah, it's crazy. Like I can't believe we're not talking about Naz more.
Yeah, can we do that? Can we do that?
What about Naz? What about
Why aren't we talking about Naz more?
Is it Naz? Why is everyone? I just say Naz. Everyone's saying Naz.
Oh, sorry, Naz.
I just say Naz.
Sorry.
But I just think it sounds better. But hey, that's fair.
Naz.
Didn't realize you were his dad.
As a outside of the Saints bubble, is he in your top 5 players in the game right now?
Oh God, here we go.
No, seriously, seriously. Hey, I haven't had a top 5 player in the game for at least the last 37 years. So give me a break.
He's not top 5. He's top 2.
I don't think.
Oh, Glaze.
Yes, Tez, don't do this. I need to top up the wine before you get going, mate, because this is going to be.
He's got a tumbler as wine as well.
Naz.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, why would you pay Naz less than anyone else you're potentially bringing into the club?
Exactly.
Well, I know what you're referring to. You're referring to Naz v TDK.
Oh, okay. Why would you pay Naz less than De Koning?
Well, De Koning
Sure, we
will
can't
commit.
now.
Well, yeah, I mean, some people think that, I don't know if an agent can renegotiate something that's been kind of been locked down for so long with someone like a TDK. Like that kind of would be frowned upon, I guess. You couldn't really renegotiate if that's what's been agreed. But I think the main thing is we don't know how long Naz would want to commit for. So TDK would be on big money, potentially. Like 1.7 or whatever it's reported to be would be plus incentives, plus everything else. So plus the marketing fee that the AFL would give him, which is around 200,000 for 80 players a year. He would get that. So we probably pay him 1.4, like realistically outside of everything else. But he would be committing for like long term. Naz might only be committing for 2. So would you pay well over now for 2 years? You would want the same commitment as TDK then, right? You would want a long-term deal.
Or you can pay Naz 2 years and then use the De Koning. I mean, maybe get De Koning, sure. Or like roll the dice.
They're isolated.
Prove to him that you can be a premiership team in 2 years' time.
Well, Yeah, 100%. I think they're both isolated, so I don't think the conversation of we've got to ditch one to save one is remotely in the ballpark. I think it's just set a precedent for his agent. That's all. And I think that's why maybe it's taken a bit longer. And to be fair, like even 2 weeks ago, if he had a signed, he's worth way more now already, right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I personally think his agent's just doing good by him and by obviously himself because he'll get good commission. But the longer he holds off, the more games Naz plays that, like he's polled Brownlow
The more
votes
leverage
probably the
he
last
has.
6 games or something. It's ridiculous. Yeah. In losses too. So you're not going to sign, like everyone's like, why hasn't he signed yet? If he signed even a month ago, he's leaving probably 250, 300 a year on the table. Like that's his form.
You think he'll stay? You still
Yes.
confident? Yeah.
I'm trying to take the emotion out of it. I know a lot of people are very emotionally invested, especially after the weekend and his heroics. And I've never seen a player do what he did, like in that moment to win a game for their team, especially at that age. I've seen Bond do it for the Dogs, but in his prime. But this guy's not even close to his prime. He's 22 years old in his 4th season. To have that sort of coolness in front of goal is insane. But emotion aside, I personally think there is nothing Port Adelaide can give us. There's nothing. They don't have a first-round pick. They have Zach Butters, who they don't want to lose this year. They have Bergman, who they signed for 2 years, and Bergman alone wouldn't be anywhere near the value of Naz. And Adelaide have literally nothing apart from a war chest, but that doesn't help us.
Yeah.
So, and then the next best thing is he goes to the draft, but then West Coast just pick him and pick one. No, like I think we would just pay him $2 million a year for the next 2 years. Or I've heard whispers that it could be a 4-year deal and it would just be completely out of nowhere and he will sign a long-term deal, but I'm not sure. I know Tom Morris said before that they had a dinner at Bassett's house and had some wine and his parents were there and his agent was there. And supposedly Naz wasn't swayed by any of that or whatever it was, but I don't know how Tom Morris would actually know any of that apart outside of being in the bushes in the front yard or bugging the house and knowing what's going on. So I'm confident. I'm just like, for people that think he's going to leave, I always ask, what could they give us? Pom, what could they possibly give us that could get it done? There is nothing they could do.
I mean, I'm sick of the media
Butters.
AFL fans going, why would you pay 1.7 for TDK when you've got Naz? Quite simple. List management, baby. Like, would St Kilda's list management be clever giving Carlton pick 5 and paying him unders? Because that's what they need to do if they wanted to buy him.
We're buying a pick. We don't have a pick. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, or
exactly.
Is it better actually just getting him for free and staggering it out and saving it for a rainy day? You can renegotiate deals, change things. Is it a lot of money? Yes. I think they keep both. I genuinely think they keep both. And I think you can keep it under the salary cap. People forget there's a lot of money. It's not either or, it's both. And Nas is doing the worst thing in the world at the minute. He's playing incredible football. So that price is probably putting clubs off to trade. Because maybe Port might have thought a future and Zach Butters might do it, or Zach Butters might do it. Now they're probably looking at going, halfbacks who slide into the midfield are dominating the AFL at the minute. So
who
maybe
can go
that
forward and take a hanger. Yeah.
Like
what? Okay, let's go. Let's assume that all these clubs have picks and everything. What would his value be then? What would get it done hypothetically if you could get it done? Because I know that some people have said it's 3 first-round picks, it's 2 first-round picks and a teens. What would it be?
3 first rounders.
You don't think it would be? You don't think he would be?
What, last 3 first round player was Jeremy Cameron, wasn't he? And that was 3 seconds coming back. I feel like the AFL don't understand list management. We're never going to see a player for 3 first round picks ever.
I think they said it would be 2 top 10s and then something in the 20s or something. That's what they suggested. But
for Naz?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to
No, I'm just repeating. I'm not saying that. I'm repeating what I heard. That's all I heard. But what would you think what's his worth then?
I think Nas is very, very good, but you're still buying potential. Like, let's be honest. Outside of this game, I don't think this is not being nasty, but has he won a game?
No, but he's had probably 4 or 5 games where I've thought I've not quite seen a Saint do what he's done. Especially mainly the last 4 weeks. The Geelong game we lost, but he was the best player on the ground by an absolute mile. Even though Cameron kicked 5, he was the best player on the ground. And then on the weekend, he does what he does. I think his value probably has gone up every week in the last 5 weeks.
I'm always good at valuing Carlton players because I can do something that Carlton fans can't do. And that's, I think, if you were trying to buy this twat, what would I really pay? Right? I'll take the emotion out of it. I genuinely think Nas, if I was selling him, I'd want to first.
Yeah.
So when I say first, I always think 15 and below because they'll get pushed out.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
I would accept a top 10 pick and a top 10 pick and then a first. So a future first. So let's just that's where you take the risk. Depends who that
future first. So okay. So if Port came to
but it would have to be on what that club was. So if that was Melbourne, they would, let's just say Melbourne had their first round pick. Let's just say Melbourne gave me pick 10 now and a future first. I'd be like, okay, that could be a top 3 pick. So let's do it. If that was Carlton, I think Carlton are in a great position to trade a future because you just don't know. Carlton, that could be pick 1. They might find somebody to be pick 16. So I'd be trading the future if I was Carlton, but I think that would be interesting. But I think
players would need to be involved. I don't think we'll do it just for picks.
But
if it was to happen,
if I was them, I think the way Nas is playing now is in the midfield creates a predicament because I think 10 weeks ago, before he started in the midfield, I would have done a swap with Butters. I would have done Butters for Nas and some back end work. Right now, I probably wouldn't because I'd be like, oh, Butters, we need him. But how the fuck are we replacing this young lad? So I think that's what's made it difficult. I reckon 10 weeks ago, that maybe could have been an offer. Now it would be hard.
I agree. I don't think Adelaide or Port were prepped for maybe the trajectory that he's shown. Maybe the halfback Naz, they could have got it done. But now, like you said, the mid Naz and his form, I don't think it... That's the reason why I don't think it gets done. Because I don't think they prep for it.
But I'll put like say if you need midfielders, right? That's like the kind of the big thing with. I know there's that famous meme going around at the minute with Saints have got no A graders, we've got Nas, but I still think that's your area of need. Let's just say Adelaide rang you up tomorrow, right? I'll put this hypothetical, and they said we'll give you Jake Saliga, who's kicking ass. They said we'll give you Jake Saliga, Rory Laird, and a future first. So they're giving you a temporary replacement now. Oof. They're giving you a very good solid player, a future first. They take Nas.
No.
Yes.
No. I wouldn't take that.
Because I wouldn't do that if I was Adelaide, but I'm just trying to throw some numbers out of how important he is to you.
I wouldn't do that because Saligo's nowhere near... Oh, what's going on there? Swoops needs to go to the bathroom. We're not talking about Nick Dacos enough. Sorry, Swoopy.
Where would for a player swap? What player would you swap Nas? So say you're the list manager right now. What player would you do
in the
player swap?
In the comp?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe. I mean, I think the first guy that comes to mind is like a Thorpe, Sam Darcy. Partner them with King next year, and who cares what midfield you've got? You're going to mark the ball when it gets in there at some point anyway, you know? Having that aerial power would be incredible. But in terms of mids, I'm not too sure. Like, you could easily say Bond, but he's the age difference, you know? There's more. We want a player that's going to get... Yeah, we want a player that sticks around for 10 years.
Well, this has been great.
Sorry, Terry. I know it wasn't a Carlton Collingwood.
No, I mean that's been great. I'm just
rant,
uh,
but,
I was,
no,
yeah, I had nothing to,
I'm
to
very
add
happy
to
to
it.
know.
Both.
I'm
You guys
very
are
happy.
smashing it.
I'm very
You know
happy.
what?
to
You know.
talk
You know
about
what's
Carlton.
fascinating? I did a draft preview on Nas, and if you told me 3 years later we'd be having a conversation,
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Isn't it the
well,
thing, though?
no, but it's just amazing how the game works. 3 years later, if you'd said, would you swap Nas with Bontempelli? I reckon 200 people out of 200 would go, fuck off, I'll take Bont. But right now it's a genuine 50-50, isn't it? Like,
Well,
the long-term appeal of Nas, if he gets better, it's another 7 years of modern-day football.
yeah, the Brownlow predictor or whatever had him 8 votes off the lead or something at this point in the season.
I
With
like this,
North-
Jake, though. I like the
With
look,
North,
honestly,
with North. Look, to be honest, this is the only week this year where I've thought I can't get any shit. I can't get anything because last week I'll be honest, I finished the show. I felt like shit because you guys gave me shit the whole time. I was so fucking mad because you guys your condescension was at an all-time high. And I'm like, thank you, God, for sending me Naziah Wangan-Milera this week. not Swoop. Swoop was good. You two, you got on my nerves last week, but it just came around a little bit. It came around. The TDK stuff that got in my head. I had to go to my contact and go, hey,
What did we say about TDK?
it was the off-air stuff. It's all the off-air stuff, man. We can't.
Oh, the question about no, fuck off, Jake.
It wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. There was more.
Mate.
There was more.
Fucking
Yeah, there was more. There was more. Trust me.
to be fair, me and
But
Terry,
God sent the game down, and I got my wish that this week it would just be a
you have your
breeze.
fucking season, mate, and
What do you mean?
let you have
my
your
season?
night. Like, don't like.
No, I'm not talking about this way. I'm talking about last week. It's irrelevant now.
Mate,
be
don't,
fair-
don't bring this into the situation. This
All
is
right,
absolutely
all right.
to be fair,
Are we getting the ladder predictor up or what?
No,
Huh?
I'm
You
going to
can.
stick up for it. I'm going to stick up for him. For those watching at home, me and Terry were the War Brothers.
Yeah.
With Jake off
It was
before the
tough.
show. We were proper downplaying how good TDK was.
Jake.
I do believe I dropped. He's
who's the
basically
You got the whole Naziah Wangan-Milera glaze all night.
No, I
You
haven't.
saw the peak, and then you just
Where have I, mate?
had
I
to
can't even.
fucking turn it around.
I can't even enjoy that, bro. I still can't even enjoy that.
With you. I rode a tandem bike with you for an
I know
hour
that.
around the
Do you know
MC.
what?
And
Do you know
this
what?
is
We
the thank you.
Terry, we should do that more, mate. Even without Spud's game in there, we should just do that on a weekend. I don't care because the DNM session we had was incredible.
I rode a bike with you at fucking 11 p.m.
Naziah,
and I'm getting this like
Wangan-Milera.
I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm getting here.
Nah, okay, let's move on. Who's the bigger loss, Silvani or TDK? For the team. Look, seriously, who's the bigger loss? If you lose them, we don't know yet.
Well, we will. We can.
Silvani.
I guess DeConing, but Silvani's the link to the club. DeConing.
Well, that's exactly what I thought you would say, and I'm wondering, the Silvani thing, is it really just tied to the family and the name, and not so much he? Yeah, but it's not his. It's not like what football is, which is the player.
It's not about Jack. It's not about Jack.
It's about the history.
It is about Jack. It's about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like. Who's the famous St Kilda family name? Who's that player? Is there an?
I mean, it would be. No, we've not had any father sons really. Like Rewalt's kids, when they come through, maybe we'll have that problem in 20 years. But
I was going to say it's like Dacos not playing for Collingwood. It's like I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
But would you care as much if it wasn't linked to Collingwood and say he was linked to bloody Adelaide? Would you care as much?
No.
Yeah.
It's the arch rival.
Okay.
Can I just say the highlight of this show all season has been Terry's defense of I rode a bike with you tandem.
That's the greatest thing he's ever said.
On a bike.
We got on a bike. Yeah, that was the stuff we talked about. Yeah, that was a great night.
That was so good. Just it's validation.
We rode on a tandem bike.
We rode on a tandem bike together. What do you want from me, mate? You want to see support?
It's like a rom-com.
Okay.
It's like something that someone says in a
Let's-
rom-com.
No, look. I appreciate you letting me have my little moments of us breaking history in the
I
entire
started the show
competition. I
tonight with
appreciate
you.
it.
Like I tried to really get around the Naz and the Saints train. Actually, St Kilda was my
You
lock of
tried.
the week. St Kilda
Are
was
they
my
the
lock of the week.
Well, speaking of Terry, who might be your lock of the week this week, Terry?
So good.
This has been a great show.
This has been a great show. Do we have time for lock of the week? Are we?
Yes, we do.
All right.
I was going to say, can we watch the last 2 goals of our game? But then it's copyright.
I mean,
It's a shame. I mean,
you have
I'm happy to waive the $2 I make from the video. I will waive that. I will waive that huge fee to watch Naz kick
Is that
too.
because you rode a bike together? Is that your?
Yeah. It's
that bike.
We're
Bike
tandem
bros.
twins. Tandem twins. What can we
we
say?
rode on bro. We didn't just ride on a bike. We rode on a tandem bike for 1 hour at 11 p.m. in the middle of the night. Like, what do you want from me?
And what was the concert that went on? Was that the Offspring? Was it the Offspring?
The Offspring, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, let's go. There's some big game. This is actually a good round compared to the shit we just saw. This is a good round of football.
my lock of the week is Fremantle by a lot.
Oh, you've got Fremantle.
At Optus as well.
Oh
Yep.
no! I've just realised that's.
Have you played them? You haven't played them yet this year, have you? This isn't
No.
a double up.
No. Yeah, the boys. No.
Lock in the doggies over the Giants.
Lock in.
Nah, I'm calling
lock it
Giants
in.
on that one. Giants
That's
are in
that's my lock
amazing
of the week.
form. Nah, they're not frauds anymore, Pom. I'm sorry, but they are seriously. They're clicking into gear now.
No
Yeah,
Toby either.
Yeah, massively impressive. When there was no forward pressure front half. What was the first half score when the forward pressure was AFL standard?
Is a game won in the first half or at the final siren? I'm not too sure. Just
you've
check
got-
with us on the check. Hey, well,
He's
actually,
giving some lip. He's giving some lip.
three-quarter time. Is that when the game's done? Ask Melbourne.
Bro had one impressive win.
Ask Melbourne.
Look at
Ask
him.
Melbourne.
Boys, let's get
What-
through this. I need a coffee
Wait,
and
wait,
to
wait,
record
wait a
some
second.
videos.
Yeah, sorry, let's
and
get
to
through it.
sleep.
Okay, my lock of the week.
Hold it. One
Adelaide.
impressive win. One impressive win. One impressive win. That's how you label it. All right, mate.
Bro, you're 14th. Simmer the fuck down.
Mate,
Adelaide.
We just
Adelaide
broke-
go over 100 points and keep the
The
Hawks
disrespect.
to
There's
60.
the real Pom. There's the real Pom.
What?
Jakey's, I've never seen you like this in my life ever.
Eagles over Melbourne.
Really?
An impressive win would be Carlton just winning a game for once.
Oh, come on, Jake. Let's get through this, brother. Let's go.
All right, sorry.
Let's
all right.
go.
You just saved Carlton. Fair.
Yes. Well, I've tipped them anyway.
You have not.
Yes, I have.
You've tipped Carlton this week.
Yep. I still don't rate Fremantle.
Okay.
Tell you what, Jake wins one game and suddenly, like,
Fucking hell.
If I'm going to enjoy,
North Melbourne over the Saints.
well, it is typical that
St Kilda.
North have had that loss where they need to show something after this.
Wait, you're not saying North can beat St Kilda this week?
I'm saying we should win, but I'm just saying they
game.
should be better. They should be better than the Geelong game. They'll have
Ooh.
Larky back.
No.
Banana
No,
peel
no.
game.
Well, the banter's gone. This is real me. Larky will be back. Wardlaw. I think we should win by 5 goals. We should win by 5 goals.
There's not a reality where North can win this game, right? Or am I just seeing a different sport?
No, I think we should win. But I'm just saying I'm expecting North to be better than last week. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But we should win. So you can tip us. If you want. Up to you.
What the fuck is going on? I feel like this is like some psycho.
He
This
was
is
so
like-
confident, and then we got to next week, and then he just like
I love
instantly
this.
changed.
Oh man,
Oh,
Collingwood,
man.
Brisbane. This will be a tough one.
Pies.
Brisbane, Collingwood by 30 points.
Oh, there we go.
Nah, it'll be Collingwood by like. Nah, it'll be us by like less than 2 goals. It'll be a really good game.
I didn't even
We
realize at this Brisbane's
we should
fifth at this point.
Should be able to lock in top 2, I think, if we beat Brisbane. I think.
I blame the wine, guys. I blame the wine. Apologies.
I just don't want to see what happens if North beat St Kilda.
Oh my god!
Do you know what? I think. Do you know what? I think halfway through that game, I'm still thinking about the week before. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, so
I really
so
am
the,
still worried.
apparently so the players got to be as well.
I hope not. I hope not.
Well, actually, Naziah was on Ross Lyon's shoulders. Like they're just like absolutely giving it large. So fair.
Yeah.
Is this pretty much Sydney, Gold Coast, Melbourne, or do
Yeah, I don't know. I said West Coast, but I think that was just tongue in cheek. Melbourne have to respond.
Yeah.
That's the scary one, I guess. At least for Melbourne fans, they would like to hope that they win that comfortably.
Okay.
They should win that.
Dogs, Giants.
Giants.
I thought that
Dogs.
was Swoop's lock.
Yes, my lock's Dogs, but we'll just go even numbers.
I'm happy
I
with
think-
Dogs.
I think Giants, and then that's the 8. I think it's set after this week.
Pommy, who are you tipping here?
He hates the Giants, so he'll tip the Dogs.
Marvel. See, these are two sides that I don't rate at all. Marvel will go GWS. But well, because it's his but because it's Jake Sweeps thing. Lock Marvel in. Lock Tugs in.
Okay. I think from next week we can start doing predictor for the rest of the season.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Well, the only change to the 8 would be Dogs out, Dogs in, Giants out, based on that prediction we just did. I think.
That'll be good because
Unless the AFL start giving double points for 5 goal or more comebacks in the fourth.
That'd be a ripper. Imagine that.
Like
Imagine
fucking
that
charge
fun.
before you get mid
Wait,
DK.
If they did that, if they gave us extra wins for that, we'd still be 14th. So that's okay. Draft picks all in hand. It's all good.
Right. Well, that's been a great show. It really has. Jake, congratulations once again on
what? I did
don't
nothing,
know.
mate.
I don't know. I feel like we need to be congratulating you. I don't know why.
Why? I didn't ask for it. It's not in the. It's not. That's not in the run sheet. I didn't see that when I was
just
reading
feel
it.
like we need to be congratulating you. It's been a.
Can you
You've
put on Naz's?
been through the tough
Can you
moments.
put on Naz's goals for me? Come on.
All right.
Let's
Is
go.
there like,
Oh, dear.
is there like how they sometimes do the multi
They do the-
commentary?
Yeah. I don't know if that's on
They
that.
do
This
that?
is the longest. This is the longest fucking outro ever. Fucking.
I'm just trying to get around it.
Won 4 games in this time.
You know, I'm trying to get around it. I'm trying.
Can you AI and put Nick Dacos in that Guernsey so Swoop actually wants to watch it?
Oh, I've seen it multiple times, mate. I've seen him with a premiership medal around his neck. So I'm all good.
Wanganeen-Milera. Is there a? Hang
Nah,
on.
it's fine. I'm joking. It's all good.
Oh,
I can chuck it on in my own time.
Yeah,
Like he's
chuck
had a
it
few
on
drinks. Don't
chuck it on
Don't
your own
put it
time in bed.
He's had a few drinks. Don't put it on because we'll see little Jake. No. He's had a few drinks.
he's had a few drinks.
All right.
Guys.
All right,
good night.
boys.
See you later.
Love you.
Yeah.
Peace.
Take care. Go Saints. See you guys.